So today we are going to discuss question number 2 from section A from ICSE 2025 examination sample paper. So let us move to page number 7 and begin with question number 2. For question 1, we already have made a video that you can see in our previous video. So question 2, sub question 1. Rewrite the following code using single if statement. If code is equal to G, system.out.println green. Else if code is equal to G, system.out.println green. Now since the output statement is same in both, so we can write this using the single statement, and the answer to this will be, answer to this is, we can just write a single statement using or. So here we will write if code is equal to small g, we will use the or operator. Code is equal to capital G, then system dot out dot println green. So using a single sentence, single statement, single if statement, we can rewrite this sentence. So answer to this will be, if code is equal to G or code is equals to capital G, then system dot out dot println green. You can put a semicolon here. Yeah. Now the next question. Evaluate the following expression when the value of A is 2 and B is 3. Here this expression is B multiplied by equal to A plus plus minus plus B plus A. So there is a set of various operators. Prefix operator, here we have used prefix operator, here we have used postfix operator, and here it is the shortcut assignment operator multiply equal to. So if we want to solve this, see, we are beginning with the initial value of A as 2 and B as 3. So what is the output of this? So B, this entire sentence, we can write it like this. This entire sentence is converted into B is equal to B multiply by A plus plus minus plus B plus plus A. So this entire sentence is converted into this single statement like this. Now the answer to this is, we need to evaluate it. So here, now, in order to evaluate this, first of all, we need to look at what is the initial value of A is 2 and initial value of B is 3. This is pre-increment for B and this is pre-increment for A and this is post-increment for A. So here this could be written as B is equal to, so B is equal to B multiplied by, so initial value of B is 3. So 3 multiplied by, you can write B is equal to B multiplied by, then here A plus plus. So A will be incremented after. Before that, I need to take the initial value of A as 2. So here this will be 2 and then it will be incremented. So this 2 will now become 3 minus plus B. So initial value of B is 3. Now it is pre-incremented. So this will be 3 plus 1, that will become 4. So 2 minus 4. Then plus A. So now the value of A is 3, which will be incremented by 1, that now turns to 4. So then plus 4. Now if we simplify this, plus 4 and minus 4 gets cancelled and is resulting into, B is going to be resulting into 3 multiplied by 2. And hence we get the value of B as 6. So it is asking what is the value of system.out.println A equal to plus A and system.out.b println B equal to plus B. So we can observe that value of A is going to be 4. So the answer for this first expression is 4 and second expression B is equal to 6. So the answer to this is, answer to this question is A equal to 4 and and b is equal to 6. So the answer to this question will be this one. So this is the answer. Now question number 3. Now the next question. A student executes the following program segment and gets an error. Identify the statement which has an error. Correct the same to get the output as win. Now boolean x is equal to true. Switch x curly bracket open. Case 1 system.out.println win and then break. Case 2 system.out.println lose. So switch statement is working with byte, short, int, and char values. So here the error is in this statement. So the erroneous statement is this one. So identify the statement which has an error. So the error is in this statement. Boolean x is equal to true. And how will you correct it? So you will write the answer as error is in statement number 1, that is Boolean x is equal to true. The error is in this. And the correction is int x is equals to, since your case value for win is 1, so int x is equal to 1. And this is the correction. So this is the answer. Now let's move to the next question. Write the Java expression for cube root of x plus square root of y. So for cube root, the expression is CBRT. So it is math dot CBRT, that is for the cube root of x, and this is added to the square root of y. So it is math dot SQRT, that is the square root of y. So this is the expression for given question. Now, how many times will the following loop execute? Write the output of the code. So let us execute this code. See, we need to have a dry run kind of for this code. How many times this you can identify once you have done with the dry run. So here, initial value of x is equal to 10 and while true. So by default, it is true. So it will come inside the loop. System.out.println x plus plus. So this is a post increment. So first it will take the initial value of x as 10. So first time when it will be executing, it will be x plus plus. It will be incrementing after. So first it will be 10 multiplied by 2. That is 20. And since it is post increment, so this is going to increase by 1. So that's this 10 becomes 1. Now, if x modulo 3 equal to 0, so 10 plus 1, so this is becoming 11. Now, if you do 11 modulo 3, if you do, now here we are just making a check. So if you do 11, here we are having this check, okay, x modulo 3. So 11 modulo 3. This modulo operator is giving us the remainder. So when you divide 11 by 3, you will get the remainder as 3 3s are 9. So remainder comes 2. So 2 is the remainder. So this remainder is not 0, so it will not break. Now, then it will again repeat the loop. It will again repeat the loop. So while true, again it is true, so it will be coming down. Inside this, system.out.println x plus plus. So again here, first it will be taking the initial value of x, that is 11, and then it will increase it by 1. So now 11 into 2 is 22. It will be displayed and it is going to increase. It is post increment. So after this statement, it will increase value of x by 1. So now 11 plus 1 becomes 12. Now, now it is after the sentence, it is coming down if x modulo 3. So now here it is 12 modulo 3 and the value of this is coming 3 4s are 12. So remainder is coming 0. Now here 0 equal to 0. This is true. So it will break. So now there is a break. So the loop will be breaking. Now once it breaks, this is all your rough work, right? So once it breaks, what is the output that has been shown? So output is 20 and 20. 2. So your answer over here for this statement is, there is a direct statement, there is no constant messages. So here this will show 20 and 22. This is the output. And then how many times the following loop is executing? So the loop is is executing 2 times. This is the answer. So the loop is executing 2 times. So this is your answer. So first part, how many times the loop is executing? So your loop is executing 2 times. And what is the output? The output is 20 and 22. Now let's go to the next. Write the output of the following string methods. String x is equals to galaxy and y equal to comma y equal to games. System.out.println x dot caret 0. So x is this galaxy and its character at 0, that is at this position the character is capital G. Now this is being compared with y dot caret 0. So y is games and its character at this is also G. So now they are same. Okay. So this the character x dot caret 0 is also giving us G, and character and y dot caret 0 is also giving us Z. So both of them are equal. And this comparison, this equal to this operator is returning the answer as true. So answer to this question is true. Now the next, x dot compared to y. So compare to function is comparing two strings and it is returning, if the first string is equal to the second string, it is returning 0. If the strings are equal, it is returning 0. If the first string, that is x, is greater than y, then it is, if I can say if x is equal to y, then it is going to return 0. If x, that is the first string, is greater than second string, then it is going to return plus 1 or 1. And if x is less than y, that is, it is comparing character by character, the ASCII value. Then it is going to return, this is your answers, that is the returning value. So this is going to return minus 1. So if the first string is less than the second. So now what is happening here? G is compared with G. So the answer is, it is going to return 0. A is equal to A, so it is going to return 0. Now L is less than M. Okay, so L is less than M. So in this case here, since L is less than M, it is returning in character, it is returning the ASCII value of L, and ASCII value of L is comparing with ASCII value of M. So if you compare their ASCII values, the L is less than M. So in this case, it is going to return minus 1. So first answer is true and the second answer is minus 1. So answer to A is true and answer to B is minus 1. Now let's move to the next question. Predict the output of the following code snippet. Char ch is equals to b, char chr dot char chr is equal to character dot to lowercase ch. So here this particular letter b is going to be converted into a small letter. So the answer to this part is small b. I mean, this particular sentence is going to give the answer small b. Now int n is equal to int chr minus 10. So chr, that is the small. See, this chr is b. Okay. So here I'm just doing the rough work here. So chr is equal to b, small letter b. Right now int n is equal to int chr minus 10. So int chr, why it is done int chr? Because it is a character and we want its integral value. So its integral value is coming, so n is equal to, now we will get the integral value of b. So small letter a has the ASCII value 97 and small letter b has the ASCII value of 98. So 98, that is the ASCII value of small letter b. Int chr is going to give us 98. Then minus 10. So minus 10, it is going to give me now minus 10. It will be returning 88. Now, so system.out.println chr of n. Now, what is the, you can say, what is the ASCII value of, uh, what is the, for the ASCII value 88, what is the character value? So if you count, right, so if capital letter A to capital letter Z, the ASCII value is from 65 to 90. So either you go from counting from letter A so that you reach 88, or you can have a reverse counting. So 90 is for capital letter Z, and you just reduce them. 89 is for capital letter Y, and 88 is for capital letter X. So so answer to this is CHR of n. It means for this letter 88, we are going to display its character value, and the answer to this sentence is now coming capital letter X. then slash t is giving some space, then chr is b. So the answer to this is this one. This is your answer statement. We have to perform all the calculations and logic, because then only you will get the correct answer. You can quickly do in your, yeah, you can solve it as, like, mental maths, or you can solve it in mentally also. You can do it in your mind also. Now the next question. A student is trying to convert the string present in X to numerical value so that he can find the square root of the converted value. However, the code has an error. Name the error, whether it is syntax error, logical error, or runtime error, and correct the code. Now, see, string X is equals to 25. So now double dot parse double is going to convert this 25 into 5.0. So if we write this here, this will come in place of X, this will be coming 25, which is in the form of a string. But double dot parse double is converting them into its double value. So the answer to this comes as 25.0, and here this is int. So the error is in this sentence, and this error is syntax error. Error is in this sentence. It is going to return us the 25.0, and 25.0 value cannot be stored in int statement. So the error is over here in this sentence. Error is in this sentence. Okay, and this error is syntax error. So the error is syntax error, because Java is a strictly typed language. Okay, so Java is a strictly typed language, so it has to follow the data type matching. So first is error is syntax error. So the name of the error is syntax error. And how do you correct it? So we'll correct it as double y is equal to double dot parse double, and in the bracket x. So this is the correct answer. This is my answer. The name of the error is syntax error, and the correction is, in place of integer we are going to write double. Now question number 9. Consider the following program segment and answer the questions below. Class calculate int a double b, calculate curly bracket open, a is 0 and b is equal to 0, point 0, and the curly close. Then calculate int x comma double b, curly bracket open, a is equals to x, b is equals to y, curly close, and then void sum system dot out dot println a multiplied by b, bracket close, semicolon, and two curly closes. Now here it is asking you name the type of constructors used in the above program. So this is one constructor, and since there is no parameter and the value is initialized with 0 here, initial value, so this is default constructor. Now there is another constructor. This is another constructor. Since it is taking parameters, see, here are the parameter. So this constructor is known as parameterized constructor. Parameterized constructor. So we are using two constructors here. Now first is no parameter, so default constructor. Second is with the parameter, so it is parameterized constructor. This is the answer. Now we are going to have the last question for this discussion. Question number 10. Second question and 10th sub question. Consider the following program segment and answer the questions given below. Int x square bracket open, another square bracket open. This is basically the double dimension array. So x is equals to 2, 4, 5, 6, 5, 7, 8, 1, and 34, 1, 10, and 9. So what is the position of 34? Here, see, this is row number 0, right? Okay, basically if you quickly draw the double dimension array, so how will you find how many rows and how many columns will be there? See, this is 1, this is second, this is third. So there are 3 rows. This is a double dimension array with 3 rows. And 1, 2, 3, 4, again 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So there are 4 columns. So there will be 3 rows and 4 columns. Initial value over here is 2, 4, 5, 6. So 2, 4, 5, 6, 5, 7, 8, 1, 34, 1, 10, 34, 1, 10, and 9. So row position, row is, this is again row number 0, row number 1, row number 2. So row number 0, row number 1, row number 2. And this is always for the row position. Now then you have column number 0, column number 1, column number 2, and column number 3. The index, the starting index for rows and columns both begin with 0. So this is for column 0, 1, 2, 3, and this is for row 0, 1, 2. This is for rows. And this is for columns. Now, it is asking what is the position of 34. So 34 is at row number 2 and column number 0. So it is at x of, the answer to this is at x of row position 2 and column position 0. So this is for row and this second one is for column. Now, what is the result for x2 of 3? So 2 of 3 is 9 plus x1 of 2. So row number 1 and column number 2. So this is 8. So answer to this is 17. So first answer is x of 2 is 20 and second answer is 17. So for today, that this is now for today. And section B of the same set, we will be doing it in the next video. So in our next video, we'll discuss section B questions. And here we are having around 6 programming questions. Out of those 6 questions we have to attempt, you have to attempt any 4. So this particular programming section we will be doing in our next video.